Alright, making sure everything's working. I guess one live stream is down. The other one should be good. Okay, yeah, it's got us. We're up. Not sure what happened there, friends, but we did take a loss, unfortunately, for that, so... Wasn't the shiniest Enneacraft hand, though, because one of the things that I'm direly missing is I really do need more whales. So... guess we'll just have to dual get gems and try to get them the old-fashioned way. If only we do. Jury is still out on that one box. Alright, back in. Going first. Let's flip and flop. Alright, let's see what we got. Not a bad way to start. I think I'm gonna use some of my sets here to preset Deftero and to preset Proto Enneacraft Orgia. Oh, did not reply at all then. It's gonna be... Set this one down. Still wild to me that they made Alazonia the actual ultra rare here among the babies. Sure did activate a monster effect in hand. So we're gonna add Enneacraft cards, so we just got a plus basically for no reason. And yeah, that's Scoop. Yep. We're gonna banish something from their hand face down. So it's a weird deck. A lot of people don't know how to play into it, and you kind of just take advantage of that. At least for now, it is definitely one of those like late season villain drop decks from the anime where it's like, wait, what does that do? What do you mean? He's a flip effect deck, but yeah, we're a flip effect deck, kind of, sort of. We're also a pendulum deck. But yeah, this was something I was working on. Maybe you don't know. But, and it'll be neat. I think it's like 512 entries max. And I think about 200, just shy of that, have already registered. So be sure to register. Once word gets out, people will find out. But Deckmaster registration. Oh yeah, it's like just at 200 now. 196 out of 512. So only 300 spots, which sounds like a lot. Until like anybody who likes Yu-Gi-Oh! And happens to be home next week signs up for it. Fair, yeah. And he'd be like, what are you gonna do? You can't do any of that. He would just find something that isn't the 10 things that Enneacraft does. Because Enneacraft does respond specifically to 10 things. From the baby side, activated hand, special summon, activated graveyard, activated effect that adds a card from the deck to the hand, or activated effect that sets a spell attack. That's all 5 of the shapes. And then as far as the animals, if you want to call them that, it's activate a card effect on my turn, activate a card effect in response to my card effect, activate a card effect that chain link through higher, activate a card effect that targets, or activate a card effect that destroys. If you're not these 10 things, Enneacraft just sits here. And they don't move. Dead eyes and dystopic. Right? You just don't do anything. But I'm definitely excited. I have not played in one of the Deckmaster Cups. I've always hosted / streamed them. So we're gonna have to put up a big banner that covers up my cards. Because that would be giving away all the secrets to my opponents. Check out the stream. But I think it's doable. I just don't know if Enneacraft is the deck to do it. If you don't already have the registration link and you are going to be home next week you got a whole chance. I will put that in the chat. Man, did it used to never come back on? Okay, it did. It did. Saying it's offline. Channel. Just want to make sure. No, it fixed itself. Okay, there's like one that. It says I'm live twice. That makes no sense. Okay, well, we know which one is actually on. And speaking of actually on, that is my cue. Because it's time to duel. Raw. I mean, maybe. It might be. Well, at least this part's easy to start with. Let's start Dimensional Fissure. Man, the Mirror Jade looks so cool. I did get my Mirror Jade, finally. Do any of my release? And that is the loss, just instantly. Play one Enneacraft card, and they're like, no, I can't. I made an entire Brandon Field surrender off of 2 cards. Thank you, Albaz. Okay, that's not awful. Yeah, actually, that's an example because it doesn't target, and you're not trying to destroy, you're not doing anything. So, like, you get waxed pretty hard. And that's why, like, I love Enneacraft. I really do love Enneacraft. I have it sleeved up at some of the highest ratings available. Not a stretch of the imagination. Ain't nobody want that guy. Well, I just meant that it was easy to obtain. Because I don't want to sell fellow Steven commentator short because he sure does love that deck. Alright, so we're going to start with Dimensional Fissure. I'm just going to discard my Charmy. And Fualos is fine because my extra deck is just for show. I just play without an extra deck just to kind of be like, hey guys, no extra deck. But, yeah. I mean, it's true. With Brandon, the whole point of Brandon is, man, you're supposed to fight until the last drop. That's what Mr. Albus would do. Alright, so that actually does kind of hurt. Because now we're just at Activate and Set Bird. And then Activate and Set Bird. So 2 Astapixias going face down here. And then a Soul of Luna. And then turn. Not bad, actually, because after this card is flipped, your opponent just can't target cards on the field or in the graveyard. Period. Good to see you, Gold Knight. Okay, so in a best-of-1 format, perhaps the Enneacraft machine isn't bad. Could this be the one to finally finish it? Metal Gear reference. No, we're still in Duel Links Worlds run, but it's not with Rush Duel. Man, so I figured out what, like, the deck was way too late. It had a lot of stuff going on, including actually getting ready for this. But yeah, I just figured out, like, way too late. It was a really brutal format. It was like, I'm really impressed. Like, I'm so hyped to watch the Rush Duel World Championship, but I'll tell you, I definitely am not competing in it. You know, I think it's actually the music's too high. The microphone is at the same level it's been forever. I mean, there's some really good stuff. If you like Rush Duel Gold Knight, I think the new set, I think it's Eternal Genesis, really, really good. I mostly skipped the latest set, the Machinex mini box for all of the Triple D stuff, because I just like not a Triple D duelist. If I was, that probably would have happened to do with Dimensions. And so I just kind of used all my gems on the other stuff. But I'm still playing Therion. Therion still slaps. Like, feels really, really good. Yes, that was the problem, Julio. Hopefully it's fixable. Let me know if it isn't. Yeah, so with Gold Knight, what you eventually have to do is just say, I'm going to build this deck, and then ride that out. It's like buying a meal you're not sure if you're going to enjoy eating. And you're like, but can't I return the meal? No, you cannot. You took a bite out of that meal, so now you've got to figure out how you're going to make do with what you have. And that is something that, like, every Duelist has gone through since the very first booster pack was open, right? After starter deck Yugi and starter deck Kaiba, you were out in the wilderness, and you had to just figure out, like, what cards you wanted to, you know, chase down out of a booster pack, open it up, and be like, oh, I didn't get what I wanted, but maybe I can play this deck. And as long as you find the right booster pack in Duel Links that does that, every single deck in Duel Links can win a duel. You just have to put the research and development into, like, how that strategy should look to favor what you're doing. But the Therion stuff's been fun, very effective. It's a pretty pure deck now, so you just need Therions themselves. So if you're just looking for power, it might actually be what you can look at. Now, it is going to be weird playing against Radiant Typhoon. But all you do is you just get to Astapixia, and then they can't target. And that is all this deck does, is target. You're okay. You know, just sometimes reading about stuff, watching replays, that's how I learn if, like, a deck's for me or if it's a deck that I just need to learn. Great example. Great example with actual real-life implications. I pulled, last stream, walk with me if you'd be so kind, this fine friend, the X-Teller Knight. Here, let me make us a little bigger here. Oh, that used to be the Get Big button. Now I gotta make it the Get Big button again. I can do that. Unlock. Get Big. Yes. And then relock that. And then where is my this? Undo that, and then make big. Slightly bigger up here. It's just for when we gotta showcase stuff and there's no dueling happening at the moment. Check it, take a look at the edges. Yeah, edges are clean. Hit, lock. So why did I do all that? Why am I taking up so much space? To show you this card. And fabulous card, so lucky to have found it. And I looked at the deck and I'm like, this is going to be, like, really, like, screwing my head on differently. Like, you have to, like, learn to adjust to different strategies that, like, don't do exactly what you're looking for at, like, first blush. So that'll be me. So no one is immune. Speaking of not being immune, let us just activate Tremarium. And I'm going to set that Enneacraft Astapixia, and I'm going to just be happy. Good, by the way, Murdoch. Good. So I got some other streams, by the way. Glad you're getting around the Yu-Gi-Oh! YouTube universe. All right, they're going to add, or they're going to physical space stuff. They're just going to add a level 4 lower Radiant Typhoon. That's fine. Hey, HM. Could sure use some strength right now. Now, we're doing a little bit of weight training. Trying to rank up as much as we can between now and next Wednesday. And we are using one of my favorite weird little decks here. Actually, it's not a bad opening hand just by itself. So they can place a Radiant Typhoon monster, that's fine. I think Phonics targets. And that's exactly right, by the way. Explore what works for you. Oh, they're going for Rararoon for the negate. Interesting. Alright, well, this will be a really funny test of their Enneacraft knowledge. A lot of people don't know that if you negate this, you just do it again. And you just do it again, and just do it again. But it looks like we are not doing that. I will set... I'll set it. Bonk. Then I gotta do Enneacraft Release. And this is where the fun kind of really begins, because we're daring them to destroy a spell or trap. It has. We need to fix that. But not today. Today we're training. But tell you what, on Friday we will uncork that. And all replays all the time. Alright, so Astapixia. Oh, this is going to resolve. They don't get to target anymore. How do you win? Banish a card from their hand. Face down. Like, at this point, oh no, this may be too much in our favor here. I'll just put green shapes. Pay 9? I'm pretty sure that, like, they don't have any chains anymore because everything targets in this deck. Give me all the Architales. Alright, same deal, Pendulum Scale. Do you notice how smooth this game is playing against a deck with 3 sets? It's almost like they can't anymore. We'll do these 3. I mean, I did spend up until midnight last night on Duel Links. Getting about 11,000 points on the Rush Duel Cup, which felt good. Felt good, actually. I still really love the deck I'm playing. Let's activate. We'll put Architale down. Man, Atil Spia is so weird. You just can't chain. After this card is flip face up, while it's in the monster zone, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to their own cards and activations. Which is kind of funny. It's kind of like a weird little card. But we will give ourselves... We actually don't have this. And then same deal. And then I'll set down Spider. And then let's shuffle all the stuff away. So 1, 2, 3, but not the one in the monster zone, because that would be bad. 3 cards? Wow. Wow, we really can just summon Vanity's Fiend, which is insane. I don't have Whale. I would be fine losing somebody. But yeah, we'll go and Tribute Summon. I guess we'll get rid of Ecto Enneacraft, because just one effect negation is not bigger than you can't summon ever again. So, Battle Phase. You know, sure. This represents the most value. Man, if this deck turns out to be a lot better than I gave it credit for, because it failed me. That's going to be really funny. Because we still have the targeting protection, and we still have the you can't chain to me protection. Now, granted, they could use, like, Sheena or something like that, but we have Vanity's Fiend, so we're fine. We don't have another bird. I think what I have to chain, then, if they get rid of 2 cards, depends if they get rid of spells. If they don't get rid of spells, I'd activate Soul and Luna, and I'd flip my own Enneacraft Astapixia face down. They got rid of 1, so we can't chain. Ooh, they just got rid of the special summon. They're not even worried about the targeting. Now that's interesting. Okay. I'm alive! Hello, friends. Alright, so... Radiant Typhoon Sven. Oh, I could flip this up. Do I want to prevent the self-chaining? Or do I want to make it so when they link summon, they take 900 damage? I think I want when they link summon, they take 900 damage. Because that's just a funny way to be like, hey, have you considered stop that? So, face up. And so now, anytime a monster is sent to the graveyard, 900. I mean, they only have 5,600. That's, you know, very few Link summons. If they're going to start Link climbing. But the fact that they can't target hugely stops their engine. Like, almost entirely. You can only, at this point, add a Radiant Typhoon monster. You're not really, like, doing anything meaningful. And do they have 2 MSTs in the grave? They do have 2 MSTs. It's fine. I don't even think the spider's gonna come up right now. Feels pretty good. Alright, so target up to 2 cards, so they can target. So we will wait, but that is kind of scary. I think we just got a Soul and Luna flip face down. By the way, they're about to take 1,800 damage. You ready? It's just going to be suddenly just bam. Are you ready for... Oh, it's the 900 because it's monsters. That's right. Yeah, it is monsters. No response. They got MST back, which means they have even less Mystical Space Typhoons, which means they no longer have the negate with Radiant Typhoon Varuroon. And they can no longer activate Mystical Space Typhoon because I've got Arcatail. So the most, or excuse me, not Arcatail, Astapixia. So the most important thing is going to be the Soul and Luna on their Radiant Typhoon Phonics, while simultaneously flipping up Altaspia. So no response. And it's not 60 cards just yet. Oh, but if you mean the giant mass I've been slapping down the table, those would be cards sent to the graveyard, yes, because it doesn't ask for them to be sent from the field to the graveyard. But my 60 card special right now is Red Dragon Archfiend Mitsurugi. Haven't played it as much since YCS Columbus. Hero is actually what I'm eyeballing since we got Master of Fountain. That's why it's right here. So they are going to activate Crocea, and then Crocea is going to let him search. That's fine. But yeah, not 60 cards, although it definitely looks like 60 cards since it is double sleeved, so there's a big old stack there. But yeah, we did some pack openings last stream, pulled the Dragon Master Monkia. I don't know how that happened, just right over my head. And then we got the Deckmaster Cup coming up. I'm going to run the commercial ad, not like an ad break. I'm just going to play the video that we made earlier so that you can know everything happening soon. It does do something. All right, battle phase. I don't care about that monster going away. What I'm more worried about is the 3,000 in the form of Phonics. So I'm going to flip our spider and set the bird. You're not going to swallow the spider to stop this bird or however it goes. I believe that because I think everybody only needs one. And so once all the hero fans get the one copy they need, not everybody needs it, right? And that is what I love about the trading card aspect of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game is sometimes people need a card, sometimes they don't. I guess they can add or special. Okay, they're going to special summon a level 6 or lower Radiant Typhoon monster. They're at 3,800. We don't have to do too much left. Probably will clear the spider off the field with the reverb. Up, triple link summons, it's another 900. For Freysfelder. Pop. Haha. Alright, let's see if we can get done here. As Pendulum Scale. We really need the field spell. K9. Super Polymerization. Oh no. Well, that's gonna hurt. We have all light machines, so yeah, Super Poly isn't out to the deck. Shadow's certainly on the list. I thought for some reason I was just gonna go dive right into Constellar. But Shadow I need to do a little bit more homework on. I watched a lot of replay content of... Okay, so we gotta figure out how we get through this, how we get through. Give me Orgia. But then I got sidetracked by Dragoon because a lot of like good new stuff came out in the new set. All right. There's the Mystical Space Typhoon, which is fine because I still have my Orgia. Then they could negate the Spider. They can't chain a whole lot though because the way Adelspia works is they literally can't chain to themselves. But I could banish an add a face of any crap monster from my extra deck back to my hand. We're going to banish any crap release here and grab, you know, honestly, the most important one may be Astafixia. And so, activate effect of Orgia. Then we're going to set Astafixia face down. Plus, they got something they can do. Yeah, they're going to negate it. They do have the Mystical Space Typhoon, so they could destroy. Oh, but they got rid of the Mystical Space Typhoons, right? One. They only have one. Activate. Just do it again. So they just burned through that for no reason. Pendulum Scale. Need to pay 900. 9. Sounded like an angry German. Oh, they did it! We got the bird friends. They weren't paying attention, so Astafixia, we get to banish the card from their hand face down. And we get an Enneacraft counter. Banish a card. Yes, I will. Bye. Alright, so let's grab green, green, green. Alright, got the green one. Pendulum Scale it. The Death Prisms are kind of weird. Alright, pay 9. Youch. We need field spell, thing that places field spell. And we get field spell, which is fine. Activate field spell. So currently we are showcasing decent amount of damage, but not enough to close it out. We would need to do 4 Enneacraft counters, so we need to flip 2 monsters, which is totally doable. But I think I'm going to go ahead and put this in attack mode. I mean, that gets us 3 counters right there. So I think I'm fine with just the 3 counters. Right, because we attack. We'll do 1,500 damage, and then I'll get... I just need to be able to get 1 counter on the field that I don't have. That's the only issue. But I'd rather take the 3 counters, and then that would be a chunk of damage. So we'll do it that way. We're going to do it that way. So battle phase. I love how I was thinking, are you going to attack? Yes. So we got our counters. So that is flagging down 2,700 points of damage, but it's not quite enough. So, I mean, if we flip, we're good. We're kind of already good because they can't target any of our stuff. So I'm actually fine just, like, setting this card and then ending our turn. Because I want the damage. Enneacraft, field spell. Blam. So I have no way to do Enneacraft counters. We're just kind of hoping that, like, whatever this is enough. You can. I mean, you can play Pot of Forbidden if you wanted to. But I try to keep it all engine. But wake up, Mocha. During your end phase, change the face down. Turn the face down. Field, push something from the hand if you do change up monster attack position. So that doesn't work with Enneacraft because you can only special summon face down, unfortunately. I did see all the new characters, by the way. Definitely curious about Bosch. Bosch is an existing character from the World Tour storyline. It'll be neat to actually like see him like healed, rejuvenated. Oh, Yasmin. I mean, it's more like a stone knife, so don't get too excited for weapons in Street Fighter, although we've had them before. By the way, they couldn't target because of SP Little Light. They literally can't do anything. So I think it just goes battle phase and then attack. Take a quick look. Oh yeah. You love the cosmic scales. She's surprisingly good. I realized that like a lot of people wanted Punk to bring that out, and he just didn't, and we were all kind of sad. Yeah, pay 9. That was enough to get the scoop. Okay, we beat rival Mirror Jade there. So, I sure am ranking up with Ediacraft. That's weird. That's weird. This deck's not done. Don't have all the whales. But we did just earn a whole pack. So, let's talk about what we're training for before I open this pack, because I know you are bated breath. What is Pharaoh going to pull? He is going to pull an advertisement for the stream you're currently watching. Because, you know, that's the kind of programming you're here for. An ad for the stream you're currently watching. Yes, I know I'm being a little facetious. So, turn off the sound here, and then...
Hey Duelists, welcome back to another Deckmaster Cup, but this one's going to be a little bit different than anything else you've seen before, because the Shadow Duelists are taking over once again. Let's rewind a little bit just in case you didn't know what a Shadow Duelist was or you didn't enter a Deckmaster Cup. First, the Shadow Duelists were a series of masked celebrities who also happened to be duelists. Whether they were television actors, wrestlers, or maybe musicians, each one of them had a true passion for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game. During their event, duelists competed to find out who would unveil the mask and get a signed copy of that mask. This time, it's a little different because no celebrities, and there's 2 Shadow Duelists, and we're going to compete and vote to see who it is that becomes the final Shadow Duelist, whether it's Sector or Zester. And your vote is really important. First, it's going to determine who the final Shadow Duelist is, and that means which mask is given away at the end of the Deckmaster Cup, along with all the other fabulous prizes. But once we tally up all those votes, it'll also determine who is given away as an in-game icon in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Feeling kind of sectory myself, but that could change as the tournament goes on, so lock in your votes, but let me know who it is that you're cheering for in the comment section. If you haven't entered a Deckmaster Cup before, it is so easy. You're going to enter on Discord for free using Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, so it's very easy to jump on in. And the good news is it's a Swiss tournament, so if you wanted to compete against World Championship competitors, celebrity duelists, cosplayers, etc., a lot of people show up. There's no guarantee on who will be there, but previous events have not disappointed. And it is great practice for the upcoming World Championship qualifiers, which are already underway for Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, but will be underway soon enough for Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. And be sure to check in on June 13th, where it's basically the midpoint in the training montage, so I'll be letting you know how far I've been able to take up my ranks, what I've been doing to prepare, and maybe we'll have some highlight footage between myself and a fellow duelist. On the actual day of the tournament, I'll be competing, and if we don't make it to the top cut, we're going to commentate the top cut so you can be highlighted as some of the best and bright duelists. You may be the one who ends up making it to that coveted top spot. So good luck, duelists. We'll be seeing you soon.
All right. So, yeah, we got work to do. And that work is literally starting right now. Did a bunch of behind-the-scenes work. So, actually, we're not doing as bad as you might think. I've got 3 copies of The Fall of the Virtuous. I've got my Mirror Jade. I've got 1 Dominus Impulse. Like, I've got the stuff. Nice. Hey, that's fine. Whatever gets you to the sector. Because this is a sector stream. Oh! Okay. Well, that was... It's gonna feel really... Is there any world... Is there any universe where I have 2 of these other than the fact that I don't have the heart to disassemble one of them? Like, I just don't know. I mean, I could run 2. I'm actually running... a copy of the 3 Champions of Sword Soul in, excuse me, in my extra deck, but like, I just didn't love it. So, not sure what I'm doing on that one. But it was nice to just pull that randomly. All right, speaking of randomly, get whatever goodies we have up here. I've almost completely finished up my duel pass too. Oh, we got enough for one more pack. Yeah. So we got the Deckmaster Cup coming up at Wednesday of next week. And I know people are like, why is it Wednesday? And I'm like, because it's also the World Championship Qualifier Stage 2. And you probably don't want to be doing a Deckmaster Cup in that at the same time because we want everybody to have an opportunity to participate. Not hating Therion Lilyboria, actually. What are Therion's doing in this pack? Man, after playing so many... Okay. What is the synergy here that they just put a plant? Is it because of the Mimigul flower? What plant deck were they like, no, we absolutely need to reprint Therion Lilyboria and just Therion Lilyboria? Okay, well, whatever it is beyond me. I guess because the gigantic champion Sargas, which I think I still have like 2. Interesting. What am I doing? Yeah, I guess that would... Duh, it's part of the storyline, my bad. I did have a, like, you don't even go here moment. That is still weird to me, though. No, I think actually it is out in the OCG. And it just came out in the OCG. So, they get something called the, it's like the World Extra Pack, I want to say. Yeah, it's World Premiere Pack 2026. And so it comes out in Japan at the end of this month on June 27th. So they will have it in just a couple of weeks. So, like, yeah, if somebody did want to run zombies, they absolutely could. More power to them. My favorite stunt duelist of all time, and he may not feel like this, he may be like, hey, this was real work and I was really trying, was the French representative for the 2016 World Championship win, Madolche. When Madolche was good, but I don't know that, like, that was the safest deck to choose if you were trying to win the World Championship. But then from Madolche. 2016 Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championship. That was a good one. Let's see. Yeah, first place was Blue Eyes. Any World Championship where Blue Eyes is #1, of which there are 1, is a good World Championship. Yeah, Samil Bachal. Yeah, Samil Bachal in Madolche, which is pretty dope. He got 9th through 22nd, so we don't know what his final placement was going to be. The weirdest deck to get, like, super, I mean, it really wasn't that weird. I always forget that Magispector was 3rd place for that one. I need to go back and watch that again. We do a Road to World stream where we just watch, like, old World Championships. No, it is perfect. Une petite phonie de le français. Qu'est-ce que ça veut dire joke en français? French word for joke? Et blague?
Blague. Blague.
Blague.
Blague.
Blague. Okay. But if you're kidding, that's a little easier for me to say it. Plaisanterie. The pleasantries. We may dispense with the plaisanterie. So this is one of the things you gotta get used to when you're an Enneacraft duelist. Man, you just, if you didn't win that coin flip, you got, like, time. You could just relax for a little bit, which is kind of nice. I'll tell you, it's been a little bit weak. But yeah, no, I probably will, like I said, be doing mostly Master Duel this week. Although Wednesday, we're definitely going to jump back into Speed Duel because I need to finish up my Speed Duel action. Still haven't seen the back rooms. I may go see that tomorrow night. Right? Life updates, the real stuff you come here to the stream for. But yeah, no, I'm really just generally excited because, you know, I don't usually have a chance to participate in these tournaments, so it'll be cool to actually strut my stuff, do what I can. And maybe it's Enneacraft, maybe it's not. Man, sure would have been nice to show them Dimensional Fissure beforehand, but instead, oh, we're dealing with all this. I mean, it's a good Gemini deck. It's definitely got some legs to it. But yeah, no, a lot of stuff. I had to push past some stuff. I had some cost plans this weekend. It rained a lot in Texas. So my solution is, because I think it's going to rain this weekend, is maybe just renting out studio space. And haven't done that before. But we're going to give it a shot and see what a controlled environment is. And then by the end of the week, I'm going to put together like a little training montage, which I kind of like previewed in the video. So that's what everybody should check in, see how I'm doing. Which, by the way, this is that training montage. I did side deck the Winged Dragon Raw in this, but in the TCG I was main decking the Vanity's Archfiend. I may still put the Winged Dragon Raw Sphere Mode in this, because I mean, how great on this field would it be to just be like, play Dimensional Fissure. Oh. But now it's not that time. The other thing I want to talk about, and I don't want to bring things down, but it's just something I haven't been able to say on screen, is miss you, Alex. Didn't even know that. Didn't even know that about myself. I miss you so much. So, you never know how you feel about somebody until you're given the chance to reflect on every memory you've had of them and no further memories. Exactly. I knew him as Alex. I didn't know him as who by the way, very famously told me when I first met him that actually it's Italian and it's Chimo. But nobody ever said it right, so we just went with Vicimo. But technically it's Chimo. Oh, speaking of level 6 zombies, by the way. Alright, cat's out of the bag. Kind of a good cat to be out of the bag. Having an Enneacraft Reaver hit in the grave does not feel bad. I love that you can like see the blue sphere like getting out of the ocean so it can go be a weapon and shoot whale missiles. Funny that we've been Molcharmi Perulia. If only he knew. The Molcharmi Perulia could have been earlier. You know, we could just go ahead and special summon an Enneacraft monster from our hand. Why not? Oh, but then it could negate the activation. That's why. I will remember that for training. Don't trifle with your laments. Yeah, he was younger than I knew. That was the thing that really surprised me. I didn't realize that the very capable person I was talking to was almost 10 years younger than me. But such is life. All right, let me activate my Dimensional Fissure. It's live, and you don't have a oh, you have a graveyard. Alright, so that didn't go the way as planned. Well, cat's out of the bag. Activate Ecto Enneacraft, Tremoria. And we'll set that friend. Interesting that he's saving that and he won't target our face down. You know, we could scale. That'd probably be pretty good right now. So let's scale. They've got 11 cards left in deck. That's actually not even that much. 27 cards. I don't know if this will be the deck though, because I still have full power branded. I've got full power cool tune, except I'm missing like one cool tune RS, so we'll craft it if we need it. I will grab targeting stuff. Yeah, I sure don't want to be targeted. Ever again. Not once. Alright. Show them the blue one. Put Astapixia down. Did get destroyed. We're fine, we're fine, we're fine, we're fine. Man, I definitely need more whales. Activate effect. Gotta get Astapixia face down. Still fine. Just gotta get Astapixia face down. Probably the toughest time we've had, which we're due, right? Alright, so they grab Chillament's Reinhardt out of the deck with the effect of the other Chillament's Reinhardt they sent. Fusion Lady Happiness to the grave. I mean, actually, Vox, that's the strat. If you play against Idiocraft, just flail as hard as you can, and if you do 6 things and they stop 5, you're fine. But, like, also read the cards as they're revealing them. Alright, that's still fine. Because... activate. Put down the bird. Oh. Wow, did I get him? Take this! I'm the bird. So negate the targeting. Banish a card from the hand. Prevent targeting. We could go to battle phase, actually. Pen scale. I don't do this very often, but you go battle phase. End of battle phase. Launch the missiles. Who do I want to get rid of? I would say probably the Kashtira. And then end of end phase. Yeah, we ain't doing good. Not on this one, but it is, you know, like, Bird and a Dream. God, these cards are gorgeous. I do actually, like, secretly kind of love Idiocraft from all the time I spent with it. But I do need more whales, so we will have to whale for whales. Eventually look at the Pumpkin 7 Master. There's a lot of decks I'm waiting for, too. 60 card. You can still play 60 card zombies. I know it wouldn't be as fun. But you always got to play the deck we have. Not the deck we don't. Alright, Kikalos. Still not fully in trouble, but probably in trouble soon just because of the fact that one of these has 3,000 attack. And I, like, this was a go first hand, and it's kind of massive cope to still be in the school. I want to play 100 card zombies. My favorite, like, version of that exact gimmick is in Thor Ragnarok. And someone's like, give me a day. It's like, I can do it in 2 hours. And Loki just shrugs his shoulders and he's like, do it in 1. And you know he doesn't mean what he's saying. It's just like, sure, I can go faster. Beep, 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 beep. So that was our first loss, which was not bad, actually. It's pretty good. But it's okay, Mirror Jade. It's okay. Just brushing his hair with the mouse. All right, but actually match history, like win, 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 loss doesn't feel too bad. So let's get back in. It's gonna keep at it. We'll do like 2 to 3 hours a night, pretty much every night this week. Going first. Yeah, a little motion of the ocean stopped my whale. Ooh, that's perfect. That's just everything you need. Wow. Wow, wowie, wow, wow, wow. Because, activate effects. Wow, they got nothing too. I mean, this is like everything you want and more. I'll set that. And then pendulum scale. Be very careful on this, but I think we can do it. Pay 9. Wow, they got like nothing. I'm seeing that. So it's gonna be Wednesday of next week, and it'll be at 10 a.m. Pacific time, so it'll be around noon. Central, it'll be 1 p.m. Eastern. I will say you can't destroy any of my things. Oh, would that be, I guess that'd be Thursday over where you're at. Let's boldly go. So I'm gonna go, just get rid of these two, not the last one. That's exact. Oh my goodness. This is exactly what I needed. Because I set, and then I set, and then I tribute summon, activate, no targeting, no destruction, and if I want, yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's pretty good. So if you win the coin flip, that's a pretty decent deck. Gotta win that coin flip. I'm gonna check the shop. I think I just saw one of the green passes. Maybe. I did not see what I thought I saw. Oh, I did see the special tickets. Okay, hold on. Special ticket. We did get a special ticket. Okay. So let's use our special ticket. Could be something, could be nothing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we got a new Leo Drexbane. Select a face of Naturia monster. Its attack becomes 3,000. Could you imagine just being able to OTK people with that and Naturia Rose Whip off Cool Tune Q? No, it's not to be. Actually, even though I'm not super confident in it right now, I am forcing myself to learn branded like at a higher level behind the scenes change decks. And here it is. Project 68468459. If you know what that number is, you definitely typed it into Google. But yeah, actually I don't have like a bad deck in terms of the bling. We've got the alt arts, we've got that end up. Oh, that's right. That was some weird strat that I saw online that I wanted to copy off of. But yeah, no, we got everything. I got my 3 copies of the Fallen and the Virtuous, so just the base ultra rares. Did get the same base Mirror Jade. And I love the names in a different color. It's got the little rainbow finish. It kind of reminds me of the Chronicle cards. But the other thing I got, which I need to change this up. Where is... Oh yeah, here we go. Vox was right. I'm sorry. So I'm going to select this deck, edit, and then take out a Dominus Impulse, and then add Dominus Impulse. So there we go. I got 1 regular one, 1 Royal Glossy Finish, and then 1 regular one of New Art, which means I actually can disassemble a single Dominus Impulse. Because I have 3. Because 1 of those, 1 of these, 1 of these. So that's nice. Are there any other ultras you want to disassemble? Because that is whale food. Oh, and the Broad Bowl. Broad Bowl's cool. Okay, so I want to go to sort by obtained order. Yes, we're good on that. So yes. Keep. I guess. Probably have Mirror Jades. Oh, I guess I must have gotten from the structure deck, so there are not any extra mirror jades that I can disassemble. Already went through the Strelitzia, the Archangel Finito. I still think I'm going to keep 2. Need 1 more Hero Lives. Still play Tenpai maybe one of these days. Dominus Spiral. Like, you could. It's going to be target a monster your opponent controls and return it to the hand or extra deck. And then if you have nothing, it's the opposite of Chaos Spark, or Dominus Spark, excuse me. Still love all of that. One day I dream of owning enough cards for Junkmeister. Do I have 1 more Ultra Rare I can find that I can get rid of? Still need another Spenta. Man, I can't believe we have 3 Ketsu Draco Tail in this game. Makes no sense. Still want to keep all the Lunalight stuff. Still need to keep all the Dolce stuff. Still keeping all of that. Maybe... No, we're not going to get rid of Eldritch the Golden Lord Alternative Art. I'm not heartless. I mean, I am, but for other reasons. Spinalium. Alright. Not seeing any juicy targets here. Keep. No, I just have the 1 of that. There's 1 I can dismantle, 1 I can't. Oh, because the other one is the Royal. That's right. Still would keep all the 3 Sylvies. Still would keep it. This is agonizing going through the card collection. Be like, what cards am I going to destroy today? Keeping all the Lightsworn stuff, keeping all the U-Bell stuff, even though I don't play U-Bell or haven't played U-Bell for a while. You usually don't need a second Guardian Chimera, but I just don't want to do it. I still dream of playing Cosmo. I think I don't own a single Ultra Rare that I'm willing to part with. Yeah, the normal stuff. I'm not doing Broad Bull. I don't even have Broad Bull. I've seen some really funny things you can do with Broad Bull, though. Trishula at TV was showing a combo that basically starts with Zodiac Rapier and ends with Full Malice combo. And it takes a lot of steps. It is not easy. Oh, I do have one I can't uncraft. The Solemn. Oh, there we go! Solemn Strikes. I guess I just, like, failed to ever dismantle these. And, yeah, I failed way too long on that, so I'm definitely taking a minus. Which means I could keep one of these just in case it goes to 2. And I'll just take the little hit there, which means I get a whole extra whale. That's true. Alright, let me go swap out decks, and then I'm going to craft 1 more Atorimar change decks. Crafting. Yes. Go into the deck, edit the deck, give me +1 whale so we see it more often. Batch generate card not owned. Basic finish, that's fine, still got it. Other than that, deck's great. Save, play. Habakiri being at 2, by the way, when I was scrolling through the collection, I saw the Hobbit, it was at 2, and I'm like, what? How could anybody deal? Why is Mitsurugi not the only deck being played? We'll go first.
Yes.
Man, Chaos Origins is going to be here before you know it. The pre-release at the end of the month. I'm going to be living at the card shop, but I'm excited to do that. Let's go show. Oh, they got nothing. Set whale. Show. Set spider. Scale. Activate. Kanon. Actually, really need any craft reverse. So grab the 3 reverse. Hey, friends. Just joining us for what I thought was a trading session. Apparently not. They don't want to play. Okay, well, we'll take the free win. Connection failed. All right, good work, Albaz. Back to it. The deck does seem like viable. I've had like more people scoop and or just not be able to know how it goes. appreciate that, oranges. Somebody's gonna like this game. Yo, lots of people like this game, but many people don't look at this thing. Right, the pixels on your screen. Maybe it's not pixels, maybe you're running me through a standard definition television and I'm being projected with a VGA adapter to an old SD screen. But jokes aside, I just kind of like feel the game a little bit, like, more than anybody, but just maybe I'm aware of it at the same time. And I've got a very, like, interesting intellectual background for that, so I do come across differently. But I appreciate that comes through, so thank you. So is this just, like, free rank to master? No, I'm sure when I get further, people will stop surrendering. Yeah, it is pretty good, Senor Gamonka. I've played quite a bit of this deck. Like, it's somewhere in this room. Hold on, I'm gonna camera. You do whatever for a sec. And is it actually just the stretch box box? Yeah, it is. So in my favorite deck box, shapes and shape services, and the deck is so much fun. But like, it's just wild that like all I gotta do is grab this Dimensional Fissure, just play that right in the center, and that may be all she wrote. That may be all I need from this point. Scale. Doing okay over there? It's okay to rest. I will grab the whale, and I'll also grab as like another one. Would I not hate? I guess I wouldn't hate a scorpion. Now I'm actually like just jamming the music and actually just shuffling the cards. I just love this deck. Activate effect. Set whale. Activate effect. Set bird. Scale, and then we'll go grab some other stuff. I kind of feel like it's field spell time now, so we'll do exactly that. You grab 2 copies of the field spell and 1 copy of the card that grabs the field spell, so you're basically ending on it anyway. And maybe you get the bonus of just getting the field spell faster. We got exactly that. Activate. Place the field spell. Plays under Joel and Lockbird. Activate Enneacraft Rebirth. Shuffle away 2 cards. Draw 2 cards. Nice. Nice. Oh, we have not activated the scale, so set this scale. And search. Pay 9. Who do we want? We'll keep grabbing stuff. You do burn through a lot of your own light points. That's the thing. If they're able to just get you, they're going to get you. And we're about to do that again. Oh, we already used that one. That's okay, actually, because we could just go activate, put down bird friends, bird friend. End turn. Show me 4 flips. If I get 4 flips, then we're done. I'm going to pick out some of the nicer looking halls. This is one that I haven't used, but you can play Dominus Purge in this deck. This is Extended Art, Starlights. But I haven't decided to use it just yet. But yeah, showing off some of the fun here. Ooh, it's a crystal deck. They're using Rainbow Bridge. Architale. And the Glorious Collector Share. A little harder to see in a sleeve. No response. Trying to find my finest whale. That would be the finest whale here. Come on, whale. Yeah. And yeah, I have fallen for this deck. But we may still end up playing Cool Tune to represent our boss monster. You shrink on down here. Do I want to do this? Yeah, I think it is time to go ahead and flip one up so that we switch them both down. So think some whale thoughts, whale. No response. So we got 2 Enneacraft counters. You need a total of 9 to win. Ooh, I don't have reaction friends, so they are going to negate our whale. I only have targeting friends. Uh-oh. Maybe it's for to play Verte Anaconda, we shall see. But what I can do, and I totally forgot about that, is you're like, I would like to switch the whale back face down. To be like, I'd like to just undo. It's neat to see Crystal Beast though. I don't know what they're gonna do with it, but it's cool to see it. So it is Kabanga, but this is the deck that like I accidentally built, and I think a lot of people chasing all the cards from the reset did that. Archfiend is next on my list. I just haven't pulled all the Archfiends yet. Alright, but they are going to detach. These materials are not on the field, they are like under the field. So that's gonna go to the grave, although them having free banishments and them being a Nemesis deck could be dangerous. It's definitely a deck that's just like, if you want minimal button push wins, this is that deck. You don't have to think, you just kind of have to wait. Which is kind of a great deck for a streamer because we just get to chill here. Just wake me up when it's time. Somebody scream something. Now we go. Full on nap. Just sleep comically like a little person. Did they activate one of the things I have? Did they target? Oh, they targeted! Flip! I sure has 2 more counters. And 1 less card in hand. Be gone! But we don't get to know what it is because it's banished face down. We will not do anything Annapolis-wise. Okay, wow. I mean, they're really doing it. Crystal Bond. I love Crystal Beast too, but I haven't seen it played successfully outside of locals in a long time. Golden Rule will help you get there, though. 2 more Crystal Beasts. But you wouldn't be able to use your Snake Eyes Doom Dragon because you cannot target me. So they do get more bodies. Nice rank 8, actually. We got all the Crystal Beasts, gonna activate Sapphire Pegasus here. I know, not targeting is a big deal against this deck. I'm a little terrified. I'm definitely gonna take a look at this Crystal Beast list though, so I can share it with my friends. That's you guys, by the way. Alright, they decided to do less. They destroy one of my monsters there. They don't attack the whale, right? Oh, they got more counters. I mean, if whale lives... No, don't do it! Bro, you were so young. Be gone! Whales are really big creatures, and when they splashed out, things tend to just not go in the right spot. All I have to do is attack in this game. If the status quo doesn't change from right here, 1 attack finishes this game, even if it's with a monster with 0 attack, because it'll flip up the monster and they'll take more damage. Yep, that's it. It's like really weird. It's such a weird deck. I'm so glad that people are like, yay, Enneacraft, because it means that all the misery. And it's not miserable, but Enneacraft was a deck that took me a while to like figure out. And I still haven't, I don't think anybody will figure Enneacraft out. But we sure are getting out of Platinum fast, and that feels good. Which means Diamond tomorrow, maybe. I mean, I think they probably had a way out of that, but I'm just not sure what it was going to be. It just... Alright, draw. Well, go take a walk. I love the lack of stress. When you're playing this deck, you're just like, I'm cool. I don't even need to be here. I mean, you might appreciate it if I was. Oh, man. But yeah, you can definitely like stretch. You can do exercises if you need to. Because you're just gonna break the board. That's the plan. And that's what the whale and Alizonia are for. The lion and the whale. The lion's trigger effect is: did the opponent activate a card in response to one of your cards? And it flips itself up, and then non-target, return 3 cards back to the hand or extra deck. That feels pretty good. And then while it's faceable in the field, every time they add a card from their deck to their hand, then they take 900 damage, which is also pretty sick. But like, it's just funny how much you don't. Yeah, it is. It's a dimensional Fissure carry deck. It is. It is. But thank goodness. Banishment's typically like, I'm surprised it wasn't on Malice when Malice was a thing. I just didn't. When we were playing the Team YCS, I wasn't the Malice Duelist, I was the Ryzeal Duelist, so gave that one away. It was, you know, Galaxy Brain combo deck. And I got a brain. I did the Galaxies. I have a Galaxy right now, I think. I don't know if I'm ready for all that stuff. Alright, so it's getting a little serious, but I think all I do is I just play Dimensional Fissure and wait to see if he burns. Oh no, he's gonna wave High King Caesar. Wave High King Caesar's pretty funny on this deck because you're just like, reveal set, and they're like, no, and you're like, reveal other things set? They're like, no, and you're like, then reveal set, like I don't even need you. Hit the SP Little Knight. Gonna bring back Castura Unicorn. Maybe. Brandon feels like that because it's such a non-linear deck. It's about like winning in the grind game, and that's strange. All right, so what funny thing could I stop them with? They're not gonna be special summoning anything. They're gonna target no matter what. So let's just start with Dimensional Fissure. Alright, then from there, we are going to... Oh, this is so weird. Activate effect, watch them negate. And I'm like, cool, activate effect, watch them negate. But it does get destroyed. And vanish. Cool. Activate effect. That's fine. I think we take a quick breather now and we start lining up spells and or traps. So now we got the Anato Inia Craft. K9. K9. There we go. So 900, we'll try to grab a yellow one. Alizonia. Or Alizonia, excuse me, Alizonia. Alright, and then scale that one. Activate. Yeah, because I don't really like have an extra deck that I care about playing. Very good of you to notice that. You kind of worry about Castura Fenrir, but as long as you get the anti-targeting thing and you set that down first, they almost always just try to go for it right there. And that turns out not to be the right play. Alright, so Eniacraft Rebirth. 1, 2, 3. Everybody go back. This is going to be real rough. Oh, we take that. That is gorgeous, actually. We've already done the Pay 9 here, I think. No, we didn't do the Pay 9 on that, so that'd be the one that we don't. Let me go activate the effect here. And I'm going to put the whale down. Oh. Wow! Yeah, right when I put the whale down. Negate the effects. So this is an interesting reaction. The flip effect doesn't happen because the monster isn't on the field to trigger the flip effect. So we're going to negate and destroy. But that doesn't really have a lot of meaning because we don't actually get the big flip effect. So you got to kind of like figure out where else to go. Activate. A 9. You know, I will take... Be a little difficult, actually. Do I take the bird for no targeting? I take the bird for no targeting. Or do I take no destruction because I'm more worried about that? It's Kashtira. They're going to activate a spell. They're going to bring somebody back. Technically, if we wanted to stop them from doing that, it would be... blue, actually, when they activate an effect that includes summoning a monster, yeah. So blue is our best bet, and then after that, I'll take maybe the Alizonia. No, don't really need the Alizonia. I'll take birds. Oh yeah, it does. It just demolishes them completely. So I definitely am on the same page as you there. Alright, so now we've got... And then let's search... I guess it kind of has to be... Because we're going to get our whale back, so it actually does need to be the Ineocraft spell. And we actually didn't get it, which is fine. So this is kind of a really backwards way to do this, but you actually can retrieve these cards and add them back to your hands. And so now we have like a tiny little field that we're going to make just out of these guys. So I'll go set this card to stop the special summon of the monster. Activate. And then I will go set this to stop the adding of a card. And then add this one. And this will just be stopping the setting of a spell or trap. Which I don't think is going to come up that often, but whatever. And then finally, Anniapolis resolves. And then SP Little Knight should resolve. And then in one of these two slots, we get our whale friend back. Oh. Okay. Got this. Oh, bonjour, Nico! Je ne vois pas ton message. Je parle français assez bien, mais je ne reconnais un grand vocabulaire. Je suis... J'étudie le français quand je suis un petit garçon. So it's been a minute. Good to see you too, Josh. Learning to think whale thoughts in the middle of this strange world we call Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Oh, they're gonna target? No, but we don't have target anymore. That's fine. Get to add... Oh, I do have that in the graveyard. What do I desperately and emergencyly need? You know, the non-targeting would be awesome. But I think the Alizonia feels better. No, we want Whale Thoughts. Always Whale Thoughts. Alright, do I flip it face up? No, we special summon one. Put it down face down. Banish. I have, but often it's for flipping the monster's face up in order to gain Anniacraft counters to be able to do damage with the Anniapolis Field spell at the end of the turn, because it just says it's going to be... Oh, excuse me, that's not where the counters come from. They actually come from here. So Pendulum Effect, each time a monster's is flipped face up, place an anti-aircraft counter on this card. Even if this has 100 attack, if you're only like 1 or 2 counters away from doing damage, you're fine. 60-card hero is always a good time. There's no one right way to do it. Ask Jaden, right? He literally changes his deck every episode. But it's one of those decks you're going to always argue with yourself. Why did I add this card? Why didn't I add that card, etc. And on the flip side there... Oh, goodbye, my field spell. Speaking of flip side. Do they really want to do that? Do they want to change a special summoned monster on the field to face down defense? No, they actually flip their own monster. But that is a card that includes setting a card. So here comes my Expeditia. Such a weird, like, thing to try to stop. We definitely need the bird. We need to give them, or at least ourselves, the bird. And then I get to destroy something. We got to destroy the Capture of Earth. And then I get to set. You get to destroy and special summon face down. Oh, that card is so good. It's an incredible card. Alright, so they're going to link off their monsters, make Fiend Spit sequence. Sure wish I had this Dimensional Fissure on the field. I probably should get used to just activating these redundantly, but I didn't want to get hit with like a Feather Duster, which is exactly what happened to us. So I made the right choice, but somehow just looking at it in my hand, it feels wrong. But it's nice to know the Idiocraft stuff's working just like that. Now we just have to figure out like what to do next. See if I can figure out what the frontage is of our opponent. Handwrite this. See if I can get this right. Upward slant, this, that. Nope, they just scooped anyway. I was trying to figure it out, and there's no time. Well, that's cool. We've almost maxed out our dual pass. Thank you for the reminder, Albaz. All right, 3 more wins until Diamond 5. Could it be that easy? Take a look at our match history. It seems like it kind of is. This was the Crystal Beast Duelist. I just want to see the deck list here. Wow. So, Crystal Beast, Azamina here. And just using things like the Snake Eyes Deep Dragon. Yeah, wow. It's just one half of the deck is Snake Eyes combo, or Azamina Snake Eyes. And the other half is just Crystal Beast, and they're just like hoping weird stuff happens. The Arc Nemesis Protoss is so funny. There's some good stuff in there, dude. Good stuff. All right, back in. So far, this has been a very hopeful stream. I didn't know we dueled like that. But when I hear that sound, typically a good one. All right, showtime. Well, that's pretty good, but very dangerous. I'm gonna try it anyway. Because as long as I don't get Ghost Ogred here. Pay 9. No Ghost Ogre. Feels great. I will just grab 3 of the same friends that I wouldn't even mind if I had it in my hand. So blue. We got blue. Joel Lockbird is fine. Don't even need it. I hope you're proud of yourself, Duelist. You've made me unleash my true form. It is from the branded bundle. The Fallen of Albaz turns into Mirror Jade when a monster is special from the extra deck on the opposing side. We're going to set that one and then activate effects. And then I'm going to go set that one. And they're like, oh, haha, it's such a tiny half word. You know what? Let's really give them hope. I can only activate one Soul and Ludic once per turn. Just in case it gets negated. And then normal summon. So it's going to either be when they try to special summon, or conversely, when they activate a monster effect in the hand. I'm actually going to get rid of that one and use the other one as like basically like a special summon defense. So that if something happens to Vanity's Fiend, we can still stop, or at least interact with the special summon. Okay, so we got Blazing Cartesia, normal summons. Uh-huh. Thought so! Ah, that felt good. Alright, let's see what you got. Clicky, clicky. Oh, what? Is that a field full of cards with effects? Whoa, you're playing Zodiac, Ludolite? Okay, that's cool. 2 more wins and we're Diamond 5. Just make a little puzzle, just triangle. Let's see how it goes. Man, glad you're maybe you gotta like take me back to Ludolite school. We don't have Zodiac Broad Bull in the TCG, do we? Broad Bull. Forbidden the OCG, forbidden the TCG, and 66 in Genesis, yeah. Once per turn, exceed someone with a Zodiac material, transfer the materials. Attack and defense is all Zodiacs. Once per turn, detach material. Oh, because it's not a hard once per turn, you can keep doing it. Okay, I get it. Dash and exceeds, add a beast warrior that can be normal, summon set. Wow, that's so good in Lunalite. That like fixes all of your problems and you should be happy for the rest of your life. Cool. I do know what type Lunalites are. Bloodda. Alright. There is. You never see the eye on the card art. That is unfair that there's a hidden eye there. It's pretty good, actually. Alright, we'll have to wait our turn here. It may take us a little bit. We may not get to Diamond tonight because it's going to be the beginning of a very hard crash, but so far it feels pretty good. Alright, so pretty modest turn actually, which makes me feel like we could just start doing stuff. Let me just start with an Anycraft release just to see what they do. They could have Clazy in the Dark Dragon if they want to. They didn't want to. Okay. Did like word get out that this deck is good and you should run and like warn your parents or something? Okay, well. This deck is like provided in a way that maybe. Oh, please don't tell me I'm actually doing it. Am I really playing Anycraft on the Deckmaster Cup? Could happen, could happen. You say that, but the only thing I'm doing is flipping stuff face up and face down. And I'm doing effect damage while defending. Ooh, Fluanderies! Okay. We're gonna have to think of something totally different. Because I'm not trying to, like, attack or do anything. I know the first thing I'm gonna do in terms of communicating as a duelist is play Dimensional Fissure in the same zone. Well, I probably should do that, actually, just in case we get rid of it. You know, that's a fair question. With Enneacraft being such an underplayed deck, I think every matchup that Enneacraft plays is a new matchup that nobody has seen before. You can get him with the Whale. That feels pretty good. You can get him with like a little flip-flop. I think that's what we gotta do. Well, thanks, Maxi, that I definitely don't need. Birds eat insects, don't you know that? I will do all of this with my field spell. That is a Royal M-Pen. Some people are good at Fluanderies. I'm teasing. What do I do? Oh, actually, this works pretty well because if they can't chain to their own cards, you're in business. And this only has... No, it does have the attack and defense, so you got to be careful there. Let me scale. Activate. Pay life points. What would stop them that I don't want to happen? Setting a card isn't a big deal for them, but activating in the graveyard or banishment is. So yeah, I could take graveyard or banishment effects. I have way more than 0. Don't test me on that one. You would like. You find out how many royal rares I have. Alright, so 900. I think Blue kind of targets. They don't really destroy. They might respond, but I think I'll take the draw power. I mean, have you seen Rhyme Style, dude? Rhyme Style, every card that could be a Royal Glossy Finish is a Royal Glossy Finish. I don't know of anybody who has that many, because it's just an insane amount. I will only shuffle away one of these. Oh, and I'll take that. As we go, activate. I'm gonna put this back. And activate effects. Kind of want to set that first. Activate effects. And that would be right. Cards that are unaffected would not be fused off by the effect of fusing. All right, activate. Spider. Oh, I couldn't set the max C because it's totally useless in this duel. All right, activate. Set. And then set Soul Luna. Enter, we got a field. I mean, that's all you can ask for. And so I guess what we'll do is we'll hit him with the Akniria and then the Alta Spia. So I play 3 in the TCG just because I desperately want to see it, but that's just the first one that I want to see. Ooh. Spell card Soul Exchange. You know, I guess I'll wait to see what he tributes. Alright, he can get rid of the Alpha Spia, he can get rid of the other card. So might be in trouble. We'll be able to special summon anybody. so I'll just wait. It's like really up to Ecto Enneacraft by himself. I'm fine with that. A little scared, but I'm fine with that. No. Fair question, let me check. Ooh. Let's activate. And I guess I'll have to get the whale. Double check it. Literally double check it. I will grab whale thoughts, run, run, run. 1 hero lives, 2 hero lives. 2 and a 40 card deck, but I'd still say 3 is probably your best bet. Because it's not hard once per turn, it's just, you just can't use it till you can't use it. Okay, so they're gonna normal. I'm gonna go ahead and banish this, and I will put out an Enneacraft monster. We're gonna set Whale Thoughts. Think deep Whale Thoughts. So Fountain, by the way, on the hero side, like, I've seen a lot of argument. I've seen a lot of people running it 1. It's really, really good. I've got 2 copies right now. I put 1 in the deck initially, but I may end up using 2 just because, like, being able to reveal and special summon gets so many combos started. Eventually, you are going to, like, brick on it. Like, it's not going to feel great to run 3, but, like, 2, you're never going to see it as often as you desperately want to. You know, I think Soul and Luna and... Oh, thank you. I'm not human either. Good to meet a fellow one. I will get rid of now. Actually, I think that's probably just the best thing to flip down since everything else can be changed this turn. All right, there's our whale. And so whatever happens on a new chain, we're going to flip everything down. That's the plan. Which is actually really huge because... but I guess they could just Apex Avion. So, yeah, flip, and then the Apex Avion. Oh, they're not going to. Okay, no, they're going to do it now. I could have chain blocked technically on the Apex Avion, so it's something that we got to learn for later. Because if I had blocked that, then all of their monsters would have been flip face down. That would have been the end of this turn. So that was on me. And now they just get to destroy my face down Maxi, and we are in trouble. Oh, we are way in trouble. Had nothing to do with whether or not they negated that, because they always would have been able to tribute. So, never mind. And that is going to be place the first target on top, and then return to the target. And if any, so we'll get the Soul and Luna back. But yeah, I think we're in trouble. But it's not our fault. You really like rush duels, by the way. Get back to you, Cedar Gamongo, about raising attack and defense, because the whole game is just raising attack and defense. Now it's missing certain other levels of complexity you might enjoy. We got less than 500 life points. Yeah, this may be our first loss of like 8 matches. We can't pay anything. We just have to like use the monsters as we find them. And we barely found any. But sure, activate. Put that down. And then yeah, set. There we go. We're both Dimensional Fissure Bros. And well, give it time, but essentially, you know, the Destiny Hero deck is going to become its own thing. And I actually still play a lot of Evil Heroes, but like nobody plays Evil Heroes. So you do you. Don't duel somebody else's duel. We only have so much time to do it. But I don't think tonight's going to end with Diamond, but we're close, fam. We're close. Now I've got to clean up a little bit of trick that I spilled. No response. We'll wait till, I guess, the Apex Avion comes back to the field. Yeah, the Fluanderies actually really got us because they're just kind of playing around what it is that we do. Picking around. Be right back. Wake me up when I'm already low on life points. Lower than 500, of course. Oh, that'll work. Might have spilled the tea, and I don't mean in a playful, dramatic sense. All right. Good. That's the problem. We'll try again. See if we can bring this back. But this is going to put us 2 games away from victory, and I don't want to be doing the up, down, up, down, up, down torture all night. But this was good. This was like a really good test as to whether or not this deck was going to be viable. Excuse me. No response. Yeah, if we chain block though, that would have been important. We got a Apex Avion. Flip our monster into attack mode for some reason. And take away their Avion. Do they negate it? Nope. Negate the effects of one of their monsters. Take this, Rise. Yeah, one of the things I really like about early Destiny heroes that we don't see as much in the card design is that they were about the future. They were like, next turn, a good thing is going to happen. And it kind of feels like Branded does a lot of that, except it just does it as the end phase instead of the next standby phase. All right. Steel ourselves and see if we can overcome this. If we don't overcome it, just come back next time. This is going to be a very stream-heavy week between Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links and Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Go first. But we're going to live up to our top 10,000 icons. Whoa. Oh, that's gorgeous. Well, this is likely another duel coming our way. But lest we get ahead of ourselves, we're going to test the numbers here. Pay9. Ash Blossom. Maybe. That is Ash Blossom. All right. And now we're saving that till the end of the week. You should be doing it too. All right, try this again. 9. Got it. 1, 2, 3 is not actually the play. We need to at least make sure we have a body, but we do kind of have that with Annieopolis. So we'll grab 3 more cards. So the way you do this, if you plan it out right, you get a lot of card advantage in exchange for life points. Friday. No, Thursday. Friday we got to do Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links World Championship qualifiers for speed duels. So Thursday we can enjoy ourselves. We'll do Annieopolis. Activate. Put it back. Select another card. Put it back. To my hand. You know, this actually isn't bad just for protecting our little guy and not having like anything too crazy. I kind of want to have an anti-targeting though. So we haven't used... No, we didn't use that one. We did not use this one, so scale it. Well, actually, it'll be free. We're going to start dipping away from points because we stream on 2 broadcasts, and I wouldn't want to leave out the red dot from the purple dot, if you know exactly what I'm saying. Replays for everybody. Let's go... Activate. And I'll go set anti-targeting mode. Activate. Anti-search your cards. Activate. Anti-setting spells or traps, which is very rare. So tribute, summon, set, pass. Oh yeah, and it was so much work to get out Dreadmaster. I knew a lot of people who did like Clock Tower Karibo, and the whole goal of the deck was just to like take it very slow until later you took it very fast. All right, we're right back at the threshold. Let's see if we can take off to the sky. Win and you'll gain a rank versus lose and you'll lose a rank. And I won the coin flip. Man, it's gotta be such a rough time to be whoever it is I'm fighting against. Let's see what we get. That's everything. That's everything. Including droll protection. So unless they're Malice, we're okay. Could be Malice. Let's go Pendulum Scale. Activate. I mean, we've got so much of the good stuff, like, right off the bat. I do need to have the ability to draw additional cards and kind of shake us out of where we're at. So now we'll go activate our Orchio, and I'm going to set the whale, and then I'm going to scale. Take the Youch, add the stuff to our hands. Very good. All right, put all this back. Draw 2 new ones. Wow, that's, I don't think it's going to get any better than that. Because we could even get, yeah, okay, this is premium for sure. All right, so we're going to go Deftero Ediacraft. That's enough. Mission accomplished, because that sure does mean that in a single sitting we went from Platinum 3 to Diamond 5 with Ediacraft. With Ediacraft, okay. Well, chat, maybe we're going that direction. We might be going that direction. That's exciting. Okay, what were they playing? By the way, if you look, we just won a whole bunch. Like, there were some losses. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 losses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 14, yeah, it's pretty good. Let's see what they were playing. Our last opponent was on Tier Laments. Yeah, they weren't going to make it out of that one. And then our last opponent after that was Elf Note, and I guess they just like were like, no, I can't. Yeah, Elf Note would have a pretty hard time fighting against Vanities. Interesting. Oh yeah, that is a very hard deck to play against. Well, that's cool. That is cool. We got done what we needed to get done. All right, but let's open 4 packs randomly, because that's how I ended up getting. This morning, I got Dominus Impulse and a Royal, what do you call it? Evenly matched, actually. So, full extended art Dominus Impulse and evenly matched in the same pack for spending 100 gems. Can we do better than that? Let's find out. I do need another whale. Well, I guess we'll find out together. Archfiend Matriarch and Archfiend Emperor. Is somebody trying to tell me? I guess Archfiends are next. Turn an Archfiend spell or trap in your graveyard or banishment. Destroy this card. If you do, add the target to your hand. Cool. Ritual summon this with throwing the Archfiends must be ritual summon unaffected by other monsters' effects while it's in the extra monster zone. That's cool. If this card is ritual summon, you can destroy as many spells or traps your opponent controls as possible. Then if it's in the extra monster zone, you can banish all spells and traps from the opponent's graveyard. That's cool. Archfiend Emperor, you can ritual summon this card with the same Throne of Archfiends. If this card's ritual summon from the extra deck, you can banish all monsters on the field except in the extra monster zones. If it's in the extra monster zone, you can special summon a fiend from your hand, deck, graveyard. Man, this is good, and why is nobody playing this deck? Nice. Jelly, because I think I am coming for Archfiend second. Well, that's cool. Like a whole new lifestyle just opened up for me. But what can we get out of the next pack? I don't know if we're going to beat 2 ultras. We are not beating 2 ultras in that pack. Try again. Maybe at least a super rare again. SR. Woo! What? What? Okay, cool. Yeah, we're building Archfiends next. I would like one more Archfiend, please. I don't know how it works, friends. Oh. Well, I got one more Archfiend. Okay, yeah, it works. You just gotta invoke it. Not to be confused with Alistair the Invoker. Well, that's neat. Okay, I'd say this is a pretty good trading session. I do like where we're at with Enneacraft. By the way, I've gotten very busy, so I just want to out myself here. Ranking. No, not there. Match history. Yeah, this is the first time I even crested Diamond since 3 seasons ago. 3 seasons ago. So this is already off to a much better start. And a lot of that is life on the road and jamming out Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. And then if you play a game with these physical cards, if you win, they don't give you any points on Master Duel. If only there was a way to play these cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel so I could get points. I don't even know why you guys pulled up with me, but I do love you for it all the same. And it is about that time. So we do have quite a bit of dueling to do. Like a lot of dueling. Like way too much dueling. Like no human is ever going to be duel this much. Actually, probably a lot of have. But it's good to know the Enneacraft stuff is working. I do pick up this deck box because whale thoughts. We thought the whale thoughts. I love how the camera's like, whoa, what do you mean whale thoughts? It's just careful, camera. It's okay to lightly think the whale thoughts. There it is. This may be our ticket to ride, actually, which is just unexpected. So on my to-do list is I've got some content I'm working on. This is part of that content. We are like gonna snip some clips. I want to go back to locals at some point, but that's probably not going to be this week. Oh, I feel bad. I miss you, locals. I really do miss you, locals. But I've got to do the Duel Links World Championship qualifiers in Speed Duel, which I'm doing with Therions. We'll try to stream a little bit of that on Friday. I did just like in between like whatever else I was doing over the weekend for the Rush Duel qualifiers. I did good. I got top 1,000. It's not the best of the best, but it feels decent, right? You gotta lift those muscles, and so that was long form strategic like duel gameplay wherever I was. We are trying to gear up for the Master Duel World Championship qualifiers. And we're doing that by getting ready for the Deckmaster Cup. If you didn't remember what the Deckmaster Cup is, don't worry, I'll be telling you that all the live long day for the next couple of days. But it is a free-to-play tournament of 512 players, Swiss rounds, so it's going to be a good time, and I'm actually taking the entire day off. I'm going to like just chain myself here. Nobody is going to get me out of here, and I am looking forward to competing in that. And I don't usually get to compete because, you know, I'm usually wearing one of these, but I do get to wear one of these and compete right here next Wednesday. So really the next couple of days are just like gearing up and just serious dueling. We'll do a replay day on Thursday just to catch up, and we'll try to, I don't know if we're going to get Master next week, but maybe we'll get Master next week. So, but in the meantime, keep practicing your skills. My plan is honestly to just be on at the same time tomorrow, so I hope you had a good time. I did. We'll learn tomorrow whatever lessons life has for us. But until then, take care, and you are all free now. I mean, Vox, you can enter. You better enter. 206 slots, and then if you're not in, we're going to look at you and say, You're all free now! Do your best, young duelists, and we'll see ya probably tomorrow. And this Enneacraft thing works out awesome. Until then, take care.